Namaste, this is JVN Dr. Vishal Saxena, Associate Professor in Mathematics in Jayoti Vidyapeeth Women's University, Jaipur. Today I am going to discuss on the module Method of Solution, Saddle Point. This session is a part of the course Operational Research and under the program of Bachelor of Business Administration 6th semester and Integrated BBA LLB 6th semester of the university. Today we are going to discuss on the module the saddle point and which is a method of the solution in the game theory. So this module is a part of the game theory, and as all we know that game theory is a model of decision making, and just it can be used in various fields like in the business, in the economics, and game theory consists of the different definitions and strategies and different kind of games. So today we are going to discuss on the module that is the saddle point, a method of the solution for a game. So today we are taking the definitions of different parts related to this saddle point. And a saddle point can be obtained when the maximum and the minimax values of the payoff table, payoff matrix are equal, and in that case when these values are same, maximum and the minimax values means the maximum values of the minimum values of the row and the minimum value of the maximum values in the column are same, then this condition is called is obtained as the saddle point, and that value which is just maximum and the minimax value, when these are equal, then this value is called the value of game also. So today we are going to discuss about that with example and with more detailed description, and just for this we are going to share some slides and the slides just represent the various concepts of the saddle point and related with the game theory, and just we take some examples to explain the today's session in more better way. So we start to present with the slides. Now here we are having on the first slide with the definition part and with the some basic concepts of the game theory. Game theory is a mathematical model, and it is used for decision making. It has applications in all fields of social sciences as well as in the logics and the computer science as well. Now, an important definition of the payoff, which is just used many times in the part of the game theory, a payoff. So a payoff is the amount of a player receives for the game outcome of the game. So just payoff can be taken as the amount of player receives and for the game outcome in the game. Now next we are going to discuss about the strategies, the pure and the mixed strategy. If only one particular strategy is selected, If only one particular strategy is selected, then this is called the pure strategy, and here the sum of these probabilities will be equal to 1. And when the player just selects more than one strategy, then the player is said to follow mixed strategy. Means just when the player follows more than one strategy, and then the player is said to follow mixed strategy, and here the sum of the probabilities will be equal to 1, but the probability of a selection of a particular or the individual strategy is always less than 1. Now next, the 2% zero sum game. It is a very important and famous, just most common game in the game theory, and the 2% zero sum game can be defined as if the gain of the one player is equal to the loss of the another player, then the game is known as the 2% zero sum game. So a 2% zero sum game is a kind of the game where the just gain or the profit for the one player will be equal to the loss for the another player. And next we are having the point of saddle point. The game will have the saddle point if maximum value and the minimax value are equal, that is the intersecting point will be equal. So these two values are equal, just we have discussed about that initially. Here for the saddle point, the maximum value and the minimax value are equal, and that's why the intersecting point will be equal. When there is no saddle point in the game, then the game is called to have a mixed strategy, and if the game has the saddle point, then the outcome in the cell at the saddle point is called the value of the game. So now we just explain it mathematically with concepts. Means for the general 2% zero sum game, here we can see the max minimum of Aij is less than or equal to min of the max Aij, and the values of Ai and j in both sides are given, that what values are possible in both sides. So here just we want to say that the max minimum of Aij will be less than or equal to min max of Aij, that is for the general 2-player zero sum game. And if the two are equal, then we write max min Aij is equal to min max Aij is equal to V. So when these are equal and equal to V, then V is called the value of the game, and in this case there exists optimal strategy for the first and the second player. A necessary and sufficient condition for the saddle point to be exist is the presence of the payoff matrix element, which is both a minimum of the row and maximum of its column. So this is another just definition for the saddle point. A saddle point will exist when the presence for the saddle point to exist is the presence of a payoff matrix element, and this payoff matrix element is both minimum for the row and maximum for its column. Now here we are having one example to just show that just how can we find this saddle point and the value of the game for the 2% game. So a game may have more than one saddle point, but it must all have the same value. So that is a very important concept. Means a game can have more than one saddle point, but all the saddle points, all the values must be same. Now here a game is shown that and the game is shown that for the two player A and player B, and we can see there to solve this question, just the player A means A1, A2, A3, A4, and B1, B2, B3, B4 are the just strategies for the players, and now the matrix is given that, and now we can see we apply the concept of the maximum and minimax principle to analyze the game. So just we will initially we start to solve the game with the concept of the maximum and the minimax principle, and for this the player A and the player B just are given that, and we can see there the first we have to find we have to find here first we have to find the minimum values from the row minimum values. So we can see there row minimum values are 12, 8, 2 and -5, while the column maximum values are in the matrix we can see there 40, 15, 12 and 35. So these are the row minimum values and the column maximum values, and according to this principle now we have to find the maximum value of the row minimum values and the maximum value from the row minimum values, which is called maximum value, and this is here 12. Now next we have to find the minimum values from the column maximum values, that means the minimum value from the column maximum values, and which is also called minimax value, and minimax value is there 12. So we can see there the maximum value and the minimax value are same, so that both values are same, and therefore just this can be considered as a condition for the saddle point, and here just we can see there both values are 12 and both values are same, so it means the condition for the saddle point is satisfied there, and the optimal, it means this game has a saddle point and the value of the game is 12. So in this way the value of the game is 12 there, and the optimal strategy for the both players. Now we have to find the optimal strategies for the players, and we can just find out by our payoff matrix, and we can see there the optimal strategy for the player A is the 1, while the optimal strategy for the player B, for the second player, is the 3rd. So these are the optimal strategies for the player A and B respectively, and according to them they should adopt their strategies 1 and 3. So in this way the value of the game is obtained here 12, and just we have seen there the saddle point is obtained in this game, and this example just shows that the saddle point just obtained for the game, and where the maximum value and the minimax value are same for the two players, and now students are advised to prepare this topic with concepts and with more numericals. So just take some numerical problems and do these problems, and as well as just take objective questions, study objective questions and subjective questions also for competitive examinations and your main examinations of the university. So with this I am going to conclude my today's session, and the students are advised to prepare this topic with questions and numericals. So thank you.